Well, hi, this is Darryl Davis coming here to talk about designing a life and career worth smiling about. So this is a part two. There were 4 parts where we're talking about when you're face-to-face with a customer, somebody you want to try and present to, that you want them to hire you for business. We took the word real, R-E-A-L, and broke it down into with an acronym: rapport, engage, advice, and then lead them to a decision. So we did the rapport. Let's talk about the engage. Now, the E part, engage. Here's the best way to get somebody to participate and to engage with you, and that's to ask questions. Now, I want to say something about the asking the questions, getting them engaged, and the first part, which is the rapport. When you're going on a face-to-face appointment, there's going to be levels of resistance, For example, if you're door knocking and somebody's not expecting you to show up, that level of resistance is going to be greater than if, let's say, a business owner calls you because they need a copier and you're a copier salesperson and they're bringing you in. It's different. There'll still be maybe some resistance and skepticism, but not nearly as much as the other example. So, part of what we're doing in the first and second part, the rapport and engage, is to help break down that resistance. Because if they like you and they trust you, then when you get to the A part, which is giving them advice, it's going to be so much easier because they're going to trust you. I have attorneys, it seems like there's always challenges when you have a big company that you've got to deal with. I'm not saying that that was horrible to say. My company, we're always getting sued. Now, it's just, running a company, there's legal things like trademarks and stuff like that. And, I had to hire a new attorney for a new project. And you know what? Here's what. I trust this guy. I tell him, listen, whatever you say, you're the expert. Whatever you say, I trust you to give me the best possible advice. I want to empower my attorney to do his best job for me, right? And questioning is not the approach. I want to empower him. And so that's what you want to have happen when you're face-to-face with a client or customer, is you want them to get to the point where they trust you so much that when you start to then give them advice about your product and what you want to do, they're going to be so much more receptive. They're going to trust the advice that you're giving them, okay? So now, the questions, we're at E, engage. And how we're getting them engaged is asking the questions, which is also building rapport at the same time, which is part of the step 1, too. But here's what I want you to do. When you're asking questions, there's an old theory about sales, and that is you ask questions to find a problem so you can offer a solution. I'm not a fan of that. What we coach our students is I want you to ask questions so you can find out what they're committed to. What's important to them? What is it by them bringing you in, what is the end result that they want their business or their life to look like? What's their next level? And how can you be an engaged, committed partner in helping them accomplish that which they're committed to? You cannot help somebody get to their next level, help them get what's important to them. You can't help them do that if you're not clear what it is. So we're asking questions, not to find a problem, offer a solution. We're asking the question so we can find out what's really important. What's the end result? What is it that they're looking to accomplish? I want you to think to go on appointments, not to close people, but to coach people. And how you coach people is you first have to find out what they're committed to, and that's the purpose of the questions. And another thing, I might have said this in another video, I'm not sure, but our students, they don't focus on selling people. We change that as from selling to serving. The best agents are the ones that are committed to their clients, give them great coaching, and provide service, great service. They don't look to sell. Anyway, so that's it on that step. When the next video, we'll talk about actually the third part, which is how to give them the best advice, which is really talking about the product. All right, thank you. Until I talk to you again, don't forget to keep smiling.